Well, hi everyone. It is the long weekend. It is Monday, September 6th. And we are at Shooter Street and River Street. That is looking west on Shooter Street. And we are walking north on River. Now this used to be a shelter. Looks like it's not anymore. Yeah, it looks like it's not anymore. I know there's a Good Shepherd on Queen, but right here used to be. It was a shelter. It was for men only, I think. Pretty sure. Anyhow, that looks vacated. And this whole area here, as I mentioned, I think in previous videos, has just been gentrified. This is new, this condo apartment. There were low rises here before. Yeah, I think they were those red brick apartment units that are further west of these apartment buildings. And I pointed them out, and I think in my previous video, how those older Toronto community housing buildings are coming down, making way for updated versions. And there's that playground, park, athletic field. I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, but yeah, these are all new, like not even, maybe, no, not even 5 years old. Where the camera is angling now? No, probably 3 years. I remember walking down River and these did not exist. These did not even exist 3 years ago. Wow, such changes, holy cow. So I'm gonna go up River and then I'm gonna cut through a park. I can't remember the name, but we'll see it when we get there. It's right by Riverdale Farms. I think that's what it's called. And again, forgot. Oh, this is down. This has been here since I've been coming down here, this grooming place for dogs. I think this is Gerard Street. Oh, there's a rabbit on this corner. Wow. It's been a long time since I've been down here. Good to be back. No, it's not Gerard Street. This is Dundas Street East. I don't know if you can see it right above the lights there. There's the signage right there. Another new development up here. It's funny, you know, I wonder if you guys notice it too, but when I walk by something that I've walked by 1,000 times and it changes, I forget what once stood in that spot. I forget what was here. I think it was the same as those red brick low-rise Toronto community housing buildings were, but I might be wrong. I think not, though. So what I'm referring to, actually, we're coming upon those buildings that I'm referring to. I think pretty sure they were down where these new towers are. I mean, they are nice. They are nicer than what once stood there. They are nicer. So where the camera is angling those low-rise red brick buildings, you know what? They look vacated to me. There's too many windows that I'm looking at that have no window coverings. There's no signage that I see that says anything about new developments or anything, but yeah, I wonder. Now, I'm just looking at the entrance of one of the doors across the street, and there's some, you know, it looks like notices to occupants, but like COVID related announcements. But I'm wondering if they're in the process of finding new homes for some of these residents, so that, or for the residents, they're slowly vacating as new accommodations are being found. Because I often cut through these housing units and I don't see much activity. Now, it is during the day and people could be at work, but I remember seeing more activity around those buildings. Okay, here is Gerard Street. We're ascending upon Gerard Street East. It's after 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's been a bit cooler than it was when I came down earlier today, but it's nice. Some cloud, but it's still t-shirt weather. Okay, we are going to cross west on Gerard, and then we're gonna scoot up this way, and there's this little, when I used to come down here more regularly, I used to cut through. This is just one of the routes that I would take. And it's been a long time since I've been through that park, but I think once we get to the end of the park that I'm going through, you will recognize that I've passed it in previous videos. So I'm just seeing signage coming up here saying Cabbagetown Arts and Craft Sale. Riverdale,
beautiful hair.
Riverdale Park West. I think it says 11th and 12th. Now, I remember there was a craft fair, and they closed down part of, one year they closed down part of Parliament for it, and like just south of Carlton, I think it was. And then they had it in, also in the park that we're coming upon. Darn it, it's the 6th. You know, yeah, it says that it is taking place on September 11th and 12th. So if you're looking for some nice artisan work, you might want to head down here. And it's normally, I remember it was held one year on Parliament, but it's also, I think it also used to see it in this park that we're coming upon. So we're at Spruce Street and River. So this looks like the end of Spruce Street right here. And we're going inside the park. I used to always come this way. I don't, you know, there's so many different ways to get to just to get downtown. To Queen and River, that I, you know, there's a lot of different routes, and I take a lot of different routes, and then I sort of get stuck sort of on one route and keep doing that and forget about all the others. But it's nice to come back to this route again. This is a nice park down here. Now the dogs are down there having a good time. I'd like to cross over. I've crossed over that bridge once before. I don't know if you can catch it in the distance. It's a green colored bridge just behind the baseball diamond. I think I crossed that way once when I went to the Big Carrot. Big Carrot is it's kind of like a health food store or whole food store. This is one of my favorite streets. I think it's called Geneva Street, and it's just so quaint. I'm not going to go down it today, but I will show it to you one day. I just want to get to that park so you can see what I'm talking about. Pretty busy down here.
You follow Sam, posted a bunch of photos. I took a bunch of.
Oh yeah, camera won't pick it up, but there's some dogs down there having a good time. It's always so nice to see. Such a nice city. All right. We are on Riverdale Park Road. This is another nice street. It actually has cobblestone. Most of the street is cobblestone, and they're right across the street from the park. So we're in here somewhere. Okay. Yeah, this is Riverdale Farms here. Oh, look at those gorgeous cows. I love the color of their hide, that brown and cream color. See any. Oh, is that a horse or a donkey? The camera won't see it, but I do see some. Yeah, I do see a horse. I was here actually in Riverdale Farms, oh gosh, probably like 25 years ago. I came with a friend who brought her kids. And yeah, I don't like going to zoos or, yeah, just, yeah. It's like a petting zoo, I think, in part, if I'm not mistaken. Wow, there's a real long line up here for people to get in.
I think we're going to hold out for the ice cream at the other place, okay? If you don't mind.
Yeah. Yeah, Lower Don Valley, River Park West. We're at 375 Shumack Street, and that's the address of Riverdale Farms. So the park is busy. It's nice to see. People are out picnicking, exercising. Now here on either side of this path is where I used to see the craft show. So if you're so inclined, you should probably look it up online exactly where they're going to be hosting the fair, but or the art show, but usually it's in this park. And like I mentioned, there was that one time I saw it on Parliament Street. There's pottery and there's jewelry and there's I think some wool and like things made with yarns, handmade. Cabbagetown people, a social history of a Canadian inner city neighborhood. So here's where we are. Geneva Street is the street I think is so cute.
We go in there and then all the way around to the...
Yeah, and Spruce Street was that other really nice street too.
So I think because of COVID, you actually end up over there.
So these are just some of the notables that lived in the neighborhood. Beautiful homes along here as well. Beautiful homes. So we've been up here before. And I'm just coming out of the park and I'm going to head down Winchester. Yeah, so there it is. If you can see, read the banner straight ahead. It says Cabbagetown Art and Crafts, Riverdale Farm Fall Fair, September 11 and 12. So this is where you come. And here is an ice cream store, snacks. They close during the winter, but they're open for the summer. It's cute, isn't it? So cute. So remember I was saying in my last video that I was watching a couple of movies. So what I was watching, the Quentin Tarantino movie that I was watching was Once Upon a Time in Hollywood with Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio and oh, that girl, Megan Robbie, or anyhow, she's beautiful. She played the role, I think, of Sharon Tate, and Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio played I think two stunt guys that are trying to keep their career going. Anyhow, it had an interesting twist at the end, and it's based on the Sharon Tate murders of the, was it late 60s? It's really good. I've seen it before. I watched it again. It's really, really good. These are beautiful homes. Marcy Ian, didn't she used to be, I'm just looking at this Liberal poster. Didn't she used to be a commentator for CBC? I think. That name is familiar. Look at all the lavender. So pretty. That's such a pretty neighborhood. I'm gonna cross back over to the south side of Winchester because it's shady. So I'm on my way home. So nice. These homes in here are not cheap. These are townhouses or condos. So nice. Look at the stonework and the brick and the arched window and the workmanship along the brick. Beautiful. I hope you can see it. I need a zoom. I need a zoom camera. Oh, and that has beautiful stained glass above at the top of the arch. Beautiful. I don't want to angle too closely because some of them have their curtains open, so I don't want to look like a peeping Tomette. So nice. Oh, they're so nice. Look at how beautiful. Such a nice neighborhood. And I don't know if you can see across the street, there's a porch with white curtains. So I guess they can close that for a little bit of privacy while enjoying the outdoors. So pretty. Yeah, there's other homes in here that I really, really like. Look at how nice. Maybe it's the doors too. I love that door, that double door entry from back in the day. And then there's another set of doors that go into the interior, so an exterior set of doors, and then there's like a little landing, and then there's another set of doors. So here's the Toronto Dance Theatre. David and I came down here probably 10 years ago. We watched David's niece, her friend. So she was looking for people to support the dance recital, and so it was interesting. You know, modern dance. It was interesting. It was cool. It's not typical ballet or jazz dance. It was different and very graceful movements. So nice. Oh, that one's really pretty. Just cross the street and have a closer look. So this one that I'm walking up against, it's got the white little flowers in front. So beautiful. Look at how lovely those flowers are. Look at how beautiful that house is. Oh, it looks like some major work is happening here. Probably a gut and a rebuild. I'm just going to cross back over to the shade. Now, this used to be a Tim Hortons right here. It says the restaurant is now permanently closed. And yeah, so they've been here for as long as I can remember. So they said they've been here for the past 15 plus years. And it says now that they are down at 335 Parliament Street, south of here at Dundas Street. Okay. But that was a really cute place to have Tim Hortons or any type of public spot. It's a nice building. And I noticed that it was there before the pandemic, and when I came back to this neighborhood a few weeks ago, well, I guess it's been over a month now. Yeah, it's been shut. Then we're just gonna walk up here to a street called Rose Avenue. We're going to go north. Look how beautiful this street is. I'm gonna walk on the road. There's no traffic. You can see the roadway has, you know, a canopy of tree branches. It's so beautiful. And right here, right across the street here, you'll see this beautiful garden. And this is also the home to Winchester, I think it's an elementary school. This garden has really grown. Raised Garden Bed Project. Nice. I'm not sure who cares for it, if it's the city of Toronto or if, I'm sure volunteers support it. Do not enter. Green thumbs. Oh, Toronto District School Board owns it. So I guess I was right initially. It is on the property of Winchester School. Now I think that's a high school. The red brick building, I could be wrong. But I think this low rise here, I think that's an elementary school. But look at these nice homes. Darn, I should have, let me just walk back a bit. You can see how beautiful some of them are. So that looks like there's more than one resident living there. It looks like an apartment. This has been in the works for a while. I'll just angle the camera up to the sky. You can see some gray clouds to the west, the northwest. Oh, this is pretty. We're at Prospect Street. Now this unit right here where I'm angling, the frame is the same, but it was an older building and they spent a long time refurbishing this building. I think they put in new windows and who knows what they did on the inside, but it was kind of closed up for a really long time. And it used to be green and white. But it's nice. And look at the doors on this unit. Like, beautiful. It's so beautiful. If I had a zoom, you could see it up close and personal. So hopefully you can get the vibe. Beautiful doors. You'd hate to be walking in and accidentally knocking your elbow against that door and shattering it. I'd be devastated. good energy down here. I like this neighborhood. David's favorite flower, the sunflower. When we were cycling, oh gosh, probably one of our cycle trips, it wasn't in Canada. We were cycling, it was quite rural, our cycling paths. Anyhow, we were cycling through fields and fields of sunflowers. And we have a picture at home with David standing amongst these sunflowers, surrounded by sunflowers, and you just see him from the neck up. It's a great shot. It's just a great image, rather. It's so good. Okay, I'm gonna cross here. We are on Wellesley Street now. I do want to go north. Running across the street with no lights. We're at Wellesley Parliament Square. Massive apartment buildings in here. I like coming through here. There's a schoolyard just up ahead, and they have that really cool playground with the cushioned ground with the, I think, artificial turf. And it's an elementary school, and I often come by, I guess, when the kids are let out for recess, and they're just having the best time. It always makes me think back to when I was in elementary school and going out for recess and playing. Oh, look at those beautiful dogs right there. Oh, wow. Oh, nice. Yeah, so my friends and I used to play skipping rope. What else did we play? Oh, there's something like these big elastic bands we used to have around our leg. So there'd be two girls. It was a girl thing back then. And so it was a big elastic band, and you'd have it around your knees, and then it would connect to the other girl's knees, and then there'd be a third girl that would come and take the elastic band with her leg and try and cross it over, and then it would build up from there. Then if they were able to go through that circuit, then the two girls on the end would take that elastic band and hike it up to their waist, and then up to the shoulders, and then up to the neck. That's weird. Anyhow, what was that called? I can't remember what that was called. I used to love that game. And then we sort of abandoned that, I think, after grade 3 or 4. And then we started playing like soccer ball, like a combination of soccer ball, dodgeball, ad hoc on the playground. This is the schoolyard I was talking about. So it's fun to come here actually when the kids are out, because there's just so much life, and you hear the laughter and the giggling and the screeches. Yeah, it's fun to see them out playing. Yeah, what time is it? Okay, it's like, yeah, it's closer to 3, so. $135 Rose Avenue. So where the camera is angling towards, just ahead of me, you can see this tall building still under construction. Probably condo, apartment, you know, combo thing. Anyhow, that used to be, part of it was just field, and at the latter end, over towards the east, probably where that second tower is located, there used to be an old home, heritage home, that was uprooted and relocated just down the street. It suddenly got very windy, and I have felt a few raindrops. I want to be able to make it home on foot. I don't want it to rain quite yet. I'm not ready to take the subway yet. But yeah, so this area has changed. I'm going to try and find that house that was relocated. And I have no umbrella, and it is actually raining right now. Oh, maybe I have to bite the bullet to take the train. Hold off for about another hour, and then it can rain. Just need another hour. I'll be home. Yeah, so we're coming up to that house that was relocated. It's just up ahead here. So it is this house right here. Oh, yeah, it's this house right here. Yeah, so they put a new base, new foundation, and then they plop this old structure right on top of the new foundation. But it looks kind of neglected, doesn't it? Like the yard's neglected. That's weird. And this is a fairly new build within the last 5 years. One thing about with the rain, it does smell good. It smells good. And I've got to remember as I'm passing it, or as I'm coming upon it, going down Glen Road. I'm going to take you down Glen Road on my way home, or maybe on my way down. So I won't be recording next week, but I will, I don't think I will be, at least. I might record with no sound, or I might do a little bit of recording with my niece. But either the video that I did today, the two, so this is the second for today, I'm gonna try and get Lucy. You can see gorgeous Lucy, so somehow we'll figure out how to splice a little recording of Lucy. Now this, you can see this ahead of me right on Sherbourne. There is a red brick older building that has been, it was actually uprooted and placed here. Now, if I remember correctly, it was just on the same street but further east, and they just moved it down. I hope I'm not getting that mistaken with the other building, but this I know was also moved, this building. And it's attached to that very high apartment building, condo building. Alrighty, I think think this is as good a place as any to conclude this video. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the video and saw a little bit more of Cabbagetown, Corktown. So there were some homes here where that big crane thing is. Looks like they destroyed those. They were boarded up like forever, just like this house here on the corner. So, you know, something's happening there. Anyway, thanks folks. Have a great week, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. This is Boomer Girl Walking, signing off.